Hello, y'all. This is Prime Trial Zero, and today I'm doing another Transformers review about the Decepticon Dreads. And I have to say, um, first I want to I want to wish everybody, I want to wish all my subscribers a happy 4th of July, and I just want to say peace and blessings to each and every one of you. And I just pray that you all have a truly blessed 4th of July. And I just pray that you all have a truly blessed day. But today I'm doing a review about the Decepticon Dreads. And the Dreads made their first appearance in Transformers Dark of the Moon. And it was doing some part a little later on in the movie when Sam and Agent Simmons, they found out that the Decepticons had more pillars and they needed Sentinel. And Sam said that the Decepticons were coming for Sentinel Prime. And when they was on the highway, as they were driving, and they was protecting Sentinel. Sentinel was in front of them, and they was behind Sentinel, so they was protecting Sentinel. It was Bumblebee and Sam, and it was Sideswipe and Mirage, and they were protecting Sam. They were protecting Sentinel Prime. My fault, y'all. They was protecting Sentinel Prime, and Simmons was was driving right close to them. And little do they know, a black truck came up behind them. It came up behind Simmons, because Simmons was in the back seat, and it was a black truck with police sirens, and they was looking, they because they was hearing the police sirens, and they thought they was the police. They thought it was either, I guess they was thinking it was either, they had reinforcements, but little do they know that it transformed. It was like, and then next thing you know, it was one of the Dreads. It was one of the Decepticons, and they grabbed Simmons out the car and threw him. And Simmons was badly injured, because he was in a wheelchair later on in the movie. But he grabbed Simmons and picked him up and threw him out the car. And this is when they came across, it was two more vehicles that looked the same, and they transformed too. And there was three of them. It was Dreads. It was the Dreads, And this is when they introduced the Dreads. And one of them was called Crowbar, and the other one was called Hatchet. And I think one of them, it was three of them, and one I have to say is that, they were running really, really fast. They were trying to get Sentinel, and they were fast in their robot mode, like they were really fast, and they was causing a lot of destruction in their wake, like they was destroying everything in their path. And one thing I can say about the Dents is that they very powerful, they very fast, they very agile, and they cause a lot of destruction, and they have a lot of firepower too. And Hatchet, I have to say he was a little different from the other two because he was on all four legs. He looked more like a beast in his robot mode. Like he didn't really look more like he looked more different from his brothers, because he wasn't just on, he just wasn't on his, he didn't stand up. He was on all four. And Hatchet met his end at the hands of Mirage, Dino/Mirage, and Mirage used his weapons, his blades, his grapple hooks to hook on to Hatchet, and he used his strength to throw him off guard, and Hatchet hit one of the cars and it destroyed him. That's when he met his end at the hands of Mirage, Dino/Mirage. And there was two more Dents left, and they were catching up to Sentinel. And one of them hit a gas truck, and Sam was saying, "You gotta move," He was saying, "Bumblebee, be careful." He was saying, and Bumblebee had to transform because it threw him off guard. And Sam was in midair, and he caught Bumblebee caught Sam and he transformed, which is one of my favorite parts. It's definitely one of my favorite parts in Transformers 3. It's an incredible action part, when they introduce the dents, and then when they be playing the music and they be chasing them. That part was just awesome, and they was gaining on Sentinel Prime, but Sideswipe, he transformed and he shot one of the dreads in a vehicle mode, but it didn't do nothing to him. They kept on coming. He shot both of them and they kept on coming, and Ironhide came and he was in his vehicle mode and he hit them so hard that they both flew up in the air. Ironhide landed on his feet. He transformed, and I just love that in the slow motion. They showed them both. They showed them three transforming in slow motion. That part was just awesome. And the dreads didn't land on their feet. He knocked them down, and he did a lot of damage. And this is when they get up, and this is when Ironhide and Sideswipe was saying, "Is there a problem?" He was like, "A little bit of a Mexican standoff we got here," and Ironhide was like, "Weapons down," and Sideswipe was like, "And we will let you escape with your dignity." And this is when Sideswipe and Ironhide took out the dents. But the dents, I have to say, is no joke. They definitely one of my favorite Decepticons, and I love their design. Like, their designs remind me of a robot version of the Predator. Like, if you see the movie Predator and you look at them, you realize they look a lot similar to the Predator, but they just look more robotic. They look more, they look like a robot version of the Predator. The dreads, the dreadbots. And one of them was Hatchet, and the other one was called Crowbar, and I forgot the third one's name. But also I heard that one of them made an appearance in Transformers Animated. So I think we got a glimpse of them. They made their first debut in Transformers 3: Dark of the Moon, and they met their end at the hands of the Autobots. Especially Ironhide. He took them out. And I have to say that it was actually more of them, because they introduced 3 in Transformers Dark of the Moon and Transformers 3, and in Transformers The Last Night we got 2 more dreads, and one of them was called Dreadbot, and the other one was called Berserker. And Berserker, he didn't get released, and they end up releasing Onslaught instead. But they did release Dreadbot, and Dreadbot is a little more of a different color. Like, he looks a lot like his brothers in Transformers Dark of the Moon, but his color skin is a little more lighter. He looks more like a lighter color, like a like kind of like a dingy black color, and but he takes the form of his off mode. He takes the form of a Volkswagen van, the old Volkswagen van. That's what Dreadbot. That's his off mode, and his brother didn't get released, Berserker, and I was just wondering, because Berserker was saying that I'll suck your bones, I'll suck the meat off your bones. Like, he was saying stuff crazy, so that's crazy. Like, they was, when they was showing them, because the Decepticons that they released was Mohawk, Nitro Zeus, Onslaught, and Dreadbot. But they didn't release Berserker. Berserker is definitely one of the dreads as well. So we got a glimpse of 2 more in Transformers 5 The Last Night. So it wasn't just 3 of them. It was 5 of them. So I really like that, And these designs were a lot similar for each other. They both had the dreads. They both had sort of a similar design. Like, they looked the same in the face. But I think their personalities were a little more different from each other, But one thing I could say about the dreads is that I like how they look like they look like the Predator, you know. And I just like how they have the dreads, and they have like these sharp, they have like these long, sharp fangs, you know what I mean? And one thing I could say is that they no joke. They very powerful, and they cause a lot of destruction, you know. And they look more like beasts. I like how they look like beasts, you know, especially Hatchet. Hatchet, in his robot mode, he was all on four. He was like kind of like a lion. He was like on all four, you know, he was on four of his legs. He couldn't stand up like his other brothers, you know. But he met his end at Mirage. You know, Mirage took him out. He was the first one to met his end, you know, Hatchet, you know. But I want to know from my subscribers, what's your favorite dread? You know what I mean? I like them all. I really love all their designs, and I just like how, you know, I just like how they look, because their designs is different, and I never seen a Transformer like them before. You know what I mean? And I have to say, I really love their designs. You know, the dreads. You know. And we got 3 of them in Transformers Dark of the Moon. And in Transformers The Last Night, we got 2 more, which was Dreadbot and Berserker. And I have to say, I like them all, you know what I mean? And it's cool that it was basically 5 of them, if I'm correct. It was like 5 of them, yeah. Because you had Crowbar, you had Crowbar, and then it was 2 more in Transformers Dark of the Moon. Yeah, it was about 5, if I'm correct, you know. But sorry y'all, I got a bit of a dry throat here, but yeah, I just want to do a review about these guys, because I have to say they definitely one of my favorites, especially in the live action movies. And I think one of them made an appearance in Transformers Prime, which was the cartoon, you know. But I'm not really sure if they made any more appearances. I don't know. I think they might have made an appearance in one of the comics. I'm not sure, but I think so. But you know, I really like the dreads, you know, the Decepticon dreads, you know what I mean? And they names sound crazy too. Crowbar and Hatchet, you know what I mean? And Berserker, you know what I mean? Their names is pretty cool, I have to say. But I really love their designs. And to me, they look really menacing. They look creepy, you know what I mean? And they just look really terrifying. They look crazy. So I like how they look, you know, they look really cool. And one thing I could say about the dreads is they very tough, you know, they cause a lot of destruction, they evil, and they vicious. But they very loyal to Megatron. They very loyal to their leader, Megatron. Yeah, I have to say. And, you know, I really want to see Berserker, because he never got released. I would like to see what his off mode is. He might be very powerful, you know, Berserker. He seemed really dangerous, you know. Like to me, I think he's probably more dangerous than his brothers, you know, than the other ones, you know. But it's cool that it was a lot of them, you know. There was a lot of the dreads, you know. You know, it was really cool how we got Crowbar, Hatchet, and I think it was Cross, yeah, it was one of them. Yeah, I forgot the other name of the third one in Transformers Dark of the Moon, but I know in The Last Night it was Dreadbot and Berserker, you know. Yeah, and I just want to make a shout out to all my subscribers, and I just want to say God bless you all. And this is my review of the dreads and Transformers live action movies, you know. And I just want to say I just love doing reviews about Transformers, you know. I really love talking about, you know, the different types of Transformers, you know.